Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. Embassy of India, Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, welcomes you all on this online yoga session. As we are facing a difficult time of coronavirus COVID-19, so our embassy have decided to start the yoga series for strengthening the physical and mental health of the people and to boost up the immunity. And through yoga, we develop all these physical abilities. And yoga is the ancient Indian philosophy of health management developed over 5,000 years ago, and it was systematized and put before us in the form of Yoga Darshan by sage Patanjali. So today we are starting the yoga series. In this we learn to practice various activities like Sukshma Vyayam, micro exercises, asanas means physical postures, and pranayama, that means breathing techniques. So to start with yoga practice, let us sit in any comfortable posture. This is cross-legged Sukhasana, and this is Ardha Padmasana, half lotus posture, and this is Padmasana, full lotus posture. And sit in Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb together, wrist resting on the knees, spine and head straight, facial expression normal, soothing, eyes gently closed. Inhale deeply and start humming 3 times. Gently open your eyes, open your legs, and sit in Dandasana. Dandasana means bring your legs straight forward. I will show you from this way. This is Dandasana. Legs straight and hands near the thighs, and spine straight, erect. This is Dandasana. And in the sequence, we learn Bhadrasana. Combine your soles together, make the grip, and grip your toes, 4 feet, and bring your heels near to the perineum and heels and knees down. This is Bhadrasana, spine erect, eyes closed. Feel the impact on your thigh roots and hip joint and spine as well. And in case you are having some problem, you can have butterfly exercise in this, like this. Move your knees up and down. This will open the hip joint, thigh joint, and you will be able to do Bhadrasana and Padmasana as well. Come back. For making the knee joint, hip joint flexible, there is exercise for Padmasana. to prepare ourselves for Padmasana means first take your leg like this, hold it like this, grip it like a baby and move it left right, left right, left right, left right, left right, like this, and hold the other leg also like a baby and move it left right, left right, left right, left right. So this exercise, another butterfly, then you will be able to do half lotus posture like this. First you should be able to sit in cross leg condition, and then slowly you put another leg, another one heel on below the knee and another heel over the knee, and try to bend forward. You can move a bit like this, and you will feel the impact on your hip joint, hip muscles like this. And you can do it on other side also like this. Move forward like this, and slowly you will be able to do half lotus posture, and gradually you will be able to do full lotus posture. So it is a matter of practice. Yoga is a philosophy of practice. More you practice, more you will enjoy the benefits thereof. So now we will practice Vajrasana. Sit in between the heels, knees together, heels apart, and toes together, heels apart. This is Vajrasana. This is a very good posture for digestion if performed after the meals, because a lot of blood is available in the abdominal region. So the Jatragni means metabolism is accelerated. In this sequence we will perform Mandukasana, means frog posture. Frog posture. And a word of caution: those who have been operated for abdominal surgery, they should avoid this, and those who are having backache, they should keep the spine straight and bend forward. Okay, now place the fists together and keep them on your navel point. Inhale and bend forward. Inhale and exhaling, bend forward. Make a spine convex, round your spine. In case those who are having backache, they should keep back like this. I will show you from this way. For those having backache issues, they should bend like this. Like this. The main purpose is to press the abdominal region, and that pancreas is stimulated. And those who are not having backache, they can round their spine like this, keep their chin forward, breathe normally, slowly come back. Now we will practice Ardhastasana, half camel posture. A word of caution: those who are having vertigo or any abdominal surgery recently done, they should avoid this posture. Stand up on your knees, open the knees, shoulder width apart, feet also knee width apart, and place your hands on your waist and close bring your elbows near to each other, and your thigh should be perpendicular to the ground. And inhale And first bend your neck backward and inhaling, bend backward, bend your spine backward, breathe normally. This is half camel posture, Ardha Ustrasana. You can go in for full camel posture with the practice. Slowly place your palms on your heels. This is Ustrasana. Breathe normally. Slowly come back. Relax in Vajrasana. This camel posture is good for strengthening the back muscles, neck muscles, making the spine flexible, and it helps in reducing the waist fat. Now in this sequence we will perform Vakrasana, means seated spinal twist. Stretch your legs forward like this and bend your right knee and place your right foot near the left knee like this, and right hand near the buttocks, and spine straight, and raise your left hand and place your left palm near the right foot, and keeping the spine straight, bend toward the right. Keep your eyes closed. Slowly come back. Now we can do with the other side also. Place our left foot near the right knee and left hand near the buttocks, keeping the spine straight. Bend. Place your right palm near the left foot and look back and keep your eyes closed now. Ensure that spine is straight. Slowly come back. Relax in Vishramasana, relaxing posture, legs apart, eyes closed, neck release, relax. Next posture in this sequence is Shasakasana, rabbit posture. Sit in between the heels, keeping the knees separated apart like this. Place the hands in your front and slowly slide your arms forward. Lengthen your spine and keep your chin on the ground. Breathe normally. Shasakasana, rabbit posture. Slowly slide back and sit in Vajrasana. A word of caution: those who are having acute backache in the lumbar region, they should avoid this Shasakasana for the timing till the back is normalized. Yoga is a preventive therapy and as well as curative therapy also. Like if you are not having any issues of health, then it will strengthen your health further. And if you are having certain issues, medical issues of backache, knee pain, arthritis, indigestion, and hypertension. There is a curative methodology in the yoga philosophy. Now we will perform some breathing techniques, breathing exercises. Breath is our vital lifeline. It is the energy force, and we enhance in normal breath. We inhale up to 500 ml of air. With the deep breathing, which is the basis of pranayama, we inhale up to 10 times of the normal breath. That means 5 to 6 thousand of ml of air. So in the deep breathing, there is a concept of full expansion of the lungs, vertically and horizontally. So in vertical expansion, there is a diaphragm below the lungs. When we do abdominal breathing, means without expanding the chest, the diaphragm goes down, belly is buzzed. That is abdominal breathing. Okay. Next is thoracic breathing, that is chest breathing. When we inhale without expanding the belly, we expand the chest horizontally. That is thoracic breathing. Okay. Next is clavicular breathing. We raise our shoulders up. So upper part of the lungs get activated, and there is a complete, when we combine all these three, abdominal breathing, thoracic breathing and clavicular breathing, this is called full yogic breathing. Okay, so let us sit in cross-legged condition or Padmasana, whatever is convenient to you. So to understand the concept of full yogic breathing, let us put one hand on the chest, another hand on the belly. And when we do belly breathing, then only the hand on the belly comes forward, raise forward, inhale, abdominal breathing, come back. Only in abdominal breathing, only this hand on the belly, you can feel the movement forward and backward. And in the thoracic breathing or the chest breathing, you can feel the movement when you expand your chest forward. You can feel with the upper hand. Inhale deeply for thoracic breathing. Come back. Now for clavicular breathing, you can put your one hand on your shoulder, and without expanding the belly and the chest, you raise your shoulders, and inhaling, raise your shoulders. Inhale. Come back. You can feel with the other hand also. Inhale, raise your shoulder. Come back. So there is a expansion of the lungs horizontally and vertically, and all the three components, three parts of the lungs, lower lungs, middle lungs and upper part of the lungs, they get full expansion. So keeping sit in Gyan Mudra and inhale deeply, first abdominal breathing, then in continuity followed by thoracic breathing, chest breathing and clavicular breathing. Exhale, contract the shoulders, chest and abdomen together, and now inhale deeply, belly breathing, chest breathing, clavicular breathing. Exhale, contracting the shoulders, chest and abdomen. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale, come back. So this is full yogic breathing. It should be performed at least for 5 minutes for getting maximum benefit of the full breath. Now in this sequence we perform Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is not a pranayama, but it is one of the kriya, means cleansing technique, cleansing or purificatory techniques of Shatkarma. Shatkarmas are 6: Neti, Dhoti, Basti, Noli, Kapalabhati and Tratak. So Kapalabhati, its meaning is skull shining exercises. So the methodology involves that we exhale actively and inhale passively, means in between the two strokes of exhalations there is a slight pause, and in that you inhale passively, don't inhale actively, inhale passively. A word of caution: those who are having hypertension or cardiac issues, or in case of pregnancy, or in case of menstruation, this should be avoided. But the persons with hypertension, they can do with mild methodology, mild Kapalabhati, means slow speed, slow force. So now we are doing with normal force, normal speed. Okay. So place your hands on the knees and start making the stroke. I will show you how we make the strokes of Kapalabhati. Only abdominal region should move backward or forward in natural way. When we exhale, the abdomen moves inside, and when we inhale passively, it comes slightly extended forward. So again, we start Kapalabhati with normal speed, normal force. So this is Kapalabhati with normal force, normal speed. It is called normal Kapalabhati. Now we will practice mild Kapalabhati. Those having cardiac issues or hypertension, they can practice mild Kapalabhati like this. Speed is slightly slow, and force is slightly less. So this is mild Kapalabhati. It is advised that in the beginning, all the beginners should start with the mild Kapalabhati and follow the normal Kapalabhati. And in mild Kapalabhati, you make 20 to 30 strokes per minute. That means 2 to 3 seconds per stroke. And in normal Kapalabhati, we make the strokes up to 60 strokes per minute, and with medium normal pace, normal force. It has got immense benefits. It improves the digestion and alleviates the constipation. It clears the sinuses, and it helps in cough problem, cold problems, and even it helps in eradicating the asthma if performed gradually, slowly. Now, next pranayama in the sequence is Anulom Vilom Pranayama. That means alternate nostril breathing. We make the right hand in Nasag Mudra, bending the first two fingers, and left hand in Gyan Mudra, wrist resting on the knee, and block your right nostril. Block your right nostril and inhale through left. Inhale through left, slow, steady, and deep breath. Block the left nostril, open the right nostril, exhale through right. Again, inhale through right. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Please continue inhalation and exhalation alternately. Continue Anulom Vilom Pranayama. This pranayama cleanses the principal energy channels, especially called Ida and Pingla. Left is Ida, that is cool nadi, representing the Chandaswar, and right is the Surya nadi, representing the energy channels, the power channel. So peace and power both are balanced through Sushumna nadi. So these nadis, these channels are purified through Anulom Vilom Pranayama, and physiologically it has got benefit. It cures the hypertension, it cures the stress and anxiety, and it helps in controlling the insomnia problems. When you are not having sound sleep, you can have Anulom Vilom and Bhramari Pranayama before going to bed, and you will have a sound sleep. Now we will practice Bhramari Pranayama. Bhramari, as the name suggests, it is humming bee exercise, humming bee breathing. Like humming bee, when it goes near the flower, it creates a humming voice, like this. So it is taken from that. So the method is block your first two nostrils, first two fingers blocking the eyes, ring finger below the nostril, and little finger below the lips, and plug your ears with the thumbs, and inhale and turn your tongue towards the soft palate at the back, and while inhaling deeply and doing humming, exhaling humming, and after humming, exhale whatever is the residual air and apply the kumbhaka, means baya kumbhak, retention of the breath outside, and again inhale and start humming while exhaling. Keep your tongue touched to your soft palate at the end. Now start, please. Inhale. Come back, keep your eyes closed, sit straight and just concentrate over your breath. Visualize your complete body. Relax your complete body, starting from the toes to the top of the head. Bring awareness to your various body parts, legs, thighs, knees, abdomen, spine, chest region, head, both arms. Relax those parts. Relax your spine. Relax your complete body as a whole. In this meditative posture or stage, you can have good affirmations and determinations for your life. When these determinations are truly followed, they come true. Inhale deeply and start humming 3 times. With the folded hands, pray to the Almighty for our health, happiness, peace and contentment in our life. Gently open your eyes. Hope you enjoyed this session, and we are going to conduct regular yoga series for health, and hope you join us tomorrow at the same time, 7:30 in the morning. Thank you. Till then, namaste. Stay fit, stay healthy.